William, it gives me a lot of pleasure being here because I met you when you first come to New Zealand.
It's a long way, Tony. It's a pleasure to have you at home. That's what a lot of work has been put into to make what it is today, and have you and your wife here. It's a pleasure. You're a legend in the sport. Thanks for everything you do for the sport. Much appreciated.
Oh well, everybody plays a part, and you've played a big part because you started off as a fighter. Tell us a little bit about your fight.
Yeah, my first gym in New Zealand was Strike Force. I started with Aaron Boyce, trained with him a bit. That was my first gym ever in New Zealand. I come from shoot box in Brazil. As a young kid, I trained a bit in shoot box. Never make anything out of that. And then I had a Brazilian friend that I knew from my city that we started training in City Ligar. I say, oh yeah, oh there is this Brazilian guy trained at City Ligar. I say, oh yeah, I like it. So I meet him. I say, oh I know him from my city. So I started training at City Ligar. So that's one thing lead to the other, and trained at City Ligar a bit, and then the travel was getting too much, and I live at West Auckland at the time, so I back to Rebel Ligar. So from Rebel I went to City Rebel Ligar, so that's the transition, just back and forth, City Ligar, Rebel Ligar. So that's when everything happens. First time I had fight in New Zealand was 2004, 2005, and you was there recording, so it was pretty cool. So it's.
Well, you were in the tyre business then.
Yes, I was exporting tires from New Zealand. I was dealing with the casing. So whatever is rubbish from New Zealand, I was sending back to Brazil for remold. So that's what I done for 4 years. And after that, I became a corrections officer, and yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
I always remember one of the videos you showed me. You didn't just stack the tyres in the container.
Yeah, it was pretty violent. You put a tire inside the tire. So with your hands, you grab a tire, you twist, put inside the other to make more space on the container. Normally a 40-foot container, you send 1,000 tires. I send 4,000 on that case. So make the cheaper travel, freighting, yeah.
And you've always been a bit of an entrepreneur. Tell us a little bit about the...
I am how can I say? I judge myself, I consider myself I come from nothing. I come from miss food on the table back home, from a hard upbringing. And coming to New Zealand, the opportunities are here. New Zealand, it's a great place to make things happen. And I talk with two hands, and yeah, I done the tires, and then from the tires, I unfortunately break down. I had a hard time regarding government in Brazil stop the importing tire because it's a rubbish. As you know, tire is a problem anywhere in the world, and Brazil stop importing tires. So I went unemployed. From successful business. Couldn't speak English because I didn't have to. My business was all related to Brazil. After that, I was about to go home. I was about to go home with a young family. I had the twins at the time, just recent born. And a friend was corrections officer, so he's come to a barbecue saying I'm heading home. I said, apply for corrections, you get the job. I said, oh, my English is not good enough. No, you get it. So, yeah, I went there and applied for and got the job. Done 4 years, 6 years on corrections. Worked for 6 years, was hard 6 years. Mad respect for people that out there still doing it. It's hard. Dealing with people is hard. Some of them are good, but some of them is pretty bad. And then I wasn't happy with the way things, it's a hard work. And I started a house washing business. And yeah, that took off. And today, I'm possibly the biggest in Waikato, I would say. Well known in the business, popular. And so everything was smooth. And I wanted a gym. So I went to Brazil. I got a gym in Brazil. Unfortunately, everything is going on. I ended up losing the business because of COVID and everything that's going on. And opportunity come up to open one here. So we come here, and I got the leasing of the building. Being a small community, there's no other commercial buildings around. So it was pretty run-down building, and we cleaning and painting and moving stuff. So I started with the Thai boxing in the back. I said, that's what's going to be. At the same time, the opportunity to buy this gym come up. Was a gym in Howard that was about to getting closed down because of COVID. So I took the risk, my partner and I took the risk, and we bought the whole gear, is everything here. But I was hoping COVID to stop then, but then 2 years by, still going on with COVID. So we hang in there, but it's tough times for everybody.
When you mentioned barbecue before, I can remember being at a barbecue with you at John Conway's.
Yeah.
And
I corrupt few of you guys with the old chicken heart. Oh, I'm gonna eat chicken heart. Next minute, everybody eat chicken heart. Doug Vine is one of them, chicken heart, pork ribs. So all those guys, no, I'm gonna eat that. Next minute, you see them going off.
But one of the stories you said how peaceful it is, and I said, well, what's the difference between here and Brazil? And you said, listen, and I said, what? I can't hear anything. He said, but you said in Brazil you would hear gunshots.
Oh yeah, all day. I mean, then again, it is a beautiful place, but where I brought up, where I grew up, it is hard, it is rough, you know what I mean? You're in the middle of the night, you heard people shooting with machine guns, you know what I mean? It's like, holy shit, I'm on the wall or something. It's just insane. In New Zealand, it's peaceful, you know what I mean? It's a paradise place to be. I'm pretty grateful for the opportunity to become a citizen, you know, but, and now it's getting close to the time for me to go back home again, so I'm getting things organized to go back and forth, probably spend more time back home. My parents getting old in that sort of things, but New Zealand's home always gonna be. So that's where we're at, yeah.
The gym here, you're affiliated to Ligar.
Well, there was, for me, it is for anybody that can say, yeah, I carry Ligar name, is a legacy, it's an honor. I started the Thai boxing. We started as a movimental health and fitness. And then I talked to Tony and talked to Sifu and said, come have a look, come see me and we see what I can do. I said, hey Sifu, you know, I would like the opportunity to carry Ligar, the name Ligar. So now I trust you, you know, you've been around, you've been one of us for a long time. So I was pretty blessed to have the opportunity to call myself Movimento Ligar. So it's pretty good, it's an honor, you know. I even got an ink on my leg, that's how proud I am of Ligar, you know. When you talk about martial art in New Zealand, you can't ride past Ligar. Ligar is where everything starts. Philip Lam, you know, it's a legend, and everything he does for the sport or done for the sport is great. And now Tony followed the legacy, and it's an honor to carry Ligar, have the name Ligar. It's awesome.
So what year did you open the gym?
The gym was, we 60 months old now at that stage. So we opened the end of 2020, isn't it? Yeah, 2020, end of 2020. We started with the crazy idea of owning a gym. So if you're planning to open a gym, don't do it. It's not good business. There is potential, but yeah, you know. So we jump on and it's been paying off. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, you've got fighters coming from far and wide.
Yeah, unfortunately, because of everything that's going on around the world, there is little gyms closing down, and people come from Pukekohe. We are about 30 minutes from Pukekohe. I got people coming from Waiuku to train with us. So it's shame for the people that couldn't carry on with the gym, but it's good to have all those guys, all those faces, you know, people that got a knowledge as well that can share with my young fighters. So it's cool. It's cool.
You talked before about buying the equipment from one gym, so it's sad when something like that happens. You were building yours up at the time, and you were just going to run your first show.
Yeah, wow, that was a big kick on the guts. We starting up with you know, and then one thing leads to the other. Let's do a promotion. It will be good for the gym. It will be good for the community because nothing happened here. This is a small community, a farm community. So we managed to put a show together, and a lot of hard work being a first time, and a lot of people helping, a lot of promoters helping us, doing that way, go that way, don't go that way, don't doing this, that's how we do it. So it was everything lock and load. Then 3 days before our first promotion, Martial Mayhem, boom, another lockdown. So that went 14 tables sold, 300 plus tickets sold, all paying back, but unfortunately it is what it is, you know.
And you were left with the bill because you've just bought all the equipment and everything?
You know, I'm glad I have other business where I can run and make some coin and put it back here, because if I was only relying on the gym, we wouldn't be here for sure, you know. So some hard days working on the weekends there to top up some money to cover up the cost here, but now we breaking, you know, it's a business, we tagging along, but long way from making money. Say, we're making money, it's gonna be wow, but it's not all about money. For me, on the small community, I love that I can share my knowledge with people. You know, we got people from all walks of life. You know, we got people that shy. I had people drive past like 3-4 times and then park on the car park and cry. The anxiety of walking the gym, and then now they hear, you know, they love it. They 5 days, 6 days a week. So it's rewarding. You know, it's not all about money. Obviously, as a business, you need to make money to survive, but it's not all about money. It's just giving back to the community. It's cool.
Yeah, the response from the community, that something like this was needed.
Oh, most definitely. Like, people, as you can see, the car park is full. People are here 7 days a week, and we have a small gym, but a small community gym, so don't have the facility that we have, don't have a martial arts like we do. So people just, and during the beginning of everything, we say, hey, we might gonna have to stop because COVID is just killing us. And people, now please don't do it, There was a time we was in the lockdown. Nobody want to stop the membership. We call each and single one and say, hey guys, we give you're more than welcome to stop your membership until we'll be able to open again. But people say, nah, we're not gonna do that, because if you're doing that now, and then how are we gonna pay you bills? And we wait each. So of 300 members, whatever we had, we have a handful of people that couldn't pay because they lose jobs and stuff like that. But other than that, everybody paying the membership to help us stay alive. So it's a small community, and people need that, So it's awesome.
Well, you put on social media how you really had bad time. Was it that sort of thing, with those people doing that sort of thing, that helped you get through that?
Oh, most definitely. Like that 2021 was a hard year for me. Everything that could go wrong in terms of business, mental health went declined big time, and I tried to end my life, and I'm not ashamed to say, I hope that saves someone out there. There is always tomorrow, a better day. But it was a shock for the community, because people always look at me being resilient, and I always judge myself for being strong, not physically, but mentally. No, I got this. But come a time that you just that's what happened to me. And my ex-partner, I actually come and find me in the gym. I was half dead, so she's called the ambulance and everything else. So yeah, I got the second chance. So I'm pretty grateful for that, and because it's always tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Yeah. So 2021 was a hard year for me, but and then no long after that, 2 months after that, my son had his first fight at Terry's promotion, which was on the place that I had my first fight, ABA. So then you think, oh yeah, that's worth be alive for. That's cool. So that brings me like joy to see my little man, at 8 years old, have his first fight where I had my first fight. So that's cool. That's cool. But that's life, up and downs. And by always keep chasing, that's what it is.
Well, it would have been hard to get fighters ready, but are you going to have enough fighters ready to run a show this year?
Tony, we just waited for the wave to come down, everything that's going on to slow down a bit, but we're looking to have a promotion. Got a lot of boys keen to fight. The boys start coming up now from holiday, so we're looking forward to, by the end of this year, have one promotion. Just because we still got the trophies, everything ready. So be Martial Mayhem 2021 trophy, but so it's we're looking forward to make it happen, because it was unfair on everybody. All the boys are waiting, 8 weeks of camp, sharp. Everybody looking forward to. People come from Christchurch to support the family. All my boys was on point, and then boom. But it's one of the things is out of control, I guess. But hard times.
Well, you've been down, but you're on the way up again.
Definitely. You can go so far, you can only go so far down, and after that, it's all the way up.
Hey, thanks for inviting us down, because it's a really, really good gym. It's got everything. So just anybody that's watching this is in the area or even have to travel a bit, it's worth it.
Come see, guys. Come check us out. We're here. We've got a massive crew. Everybody's supporting. Every day got a new people coming in. So you're shy. Oh, I never done anything like that. Just come in and give it a try. And everybody helps everybody. My fighters help people starting. We don't have a beginners class because of time. So the beginners straight away will be jumping with my guys that training for a fight. But everybody help everybody, and that's how we try to build. Tony, once again, thanks for coming over, and that's home for you. Anytime you drive past, stop for a beer, for a coffee or tea. We don't drink alcohol. We're a gym here. But thanks, Tony. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks, Tony.
Just big trophy for